how to stop your body breaking down as you get older. Sign number 1 is feeling hungry 1 to 2 hours after eating a meal, where your energy levels crash, you lose mental concentration, and you crave a snack. This tends to happen when a meal doesn't have enough absorbable protein. So the carbohydrates that you eat digest quickly, causing your blood sugars to rise. And then they drop again soon after, leaving your cells starving for energy in your brain. You may simply need to add more quality protein to your plate, which will naturally raise satiety hormones and feed your cells with energy more slowly. Another sign of protein deficiency is leg muscle shrinking. Many people notice that their calves, thighs, and glutes begin to get smaller with age. This isn't usually caused by a lack of exercise, however. It often happens to people who have too much cortisol.
Cortisol is a catabolic stress hormone that breaks muscle tissue down.
Adding more protein to the diet, however, can help to build those muscles back up. More on this later. Number 3. The joints can start clicking or cracking. You may begin to notice your knees, shoulders, hips, or even your breastbone, making an audible cracking sound as you move the joint. This happens when the type 2 collagen protein between your joints breaks down. So the cartilage becomes less lubricated and dries out, causing the joints to rub together with a grinding or popping noise. We can help to rebuild this joint collagen by eating whole animal protein, glucosamine, and chondroitin. Now, are you feeling more cold in your body than you used to? Well, the thyroid gland in your neck actually controls how much heat your body makes. But when you don't eat enough quality protein, thyroid hormones are not converted properly inside your liver. So your metabolism slows down, and you may need to start cranking up the heating a bit higher just to feel warm. Or you may get constant cold feet, even when you're wearing fluffy socks. And improving your circulation can all help to speed up your thyroid and warm up your body. Now another sign is having thinning hair. To keep growing thick, beautiful hair throughout your life, your hair follicles need a constant supply of amino acids. These are the building blocks of protein.
But if you're low in them, your body will use the amino acids it has elsewhere for more important functions.
And hair growth will become a lower priority, so it tends to thin out and start receding. Leucine, found in eggs and red meat, can help switch hair growth back on by signaling the growth pathways inside the follicle. This is a situation where your fingernails or your toenails start bending backwards, with an indentation that forms a little reservoir in the middle, like a small scoop or a spoon. This problem is usually caused by low levels of heme iron in your blood, a type of anemia. Because you aren't eating enough animal protein, which is rich in heme iron, or because you aren't absorbing it due to low stomach acid or a digestive problem. Later, I'll show you how you can absorb more protein and iron naturally.
You may notice, older people who have digestive problems tend to lose their appetite.
And they feel full very quickly, as their metabolism slows down. This usually happens because the stomach acid is too alkaline, or they are deficient in digestive enzymes. Their bodies find it hard to absorb proteins from meals. Did you know that protein is needed by your brain to build neurotransmitters, like serotonin and dopamine? But if you aren't eating enough of it, you might start to feel emotionally flat or numb. Or you stop looking forward to things because your brain isn't making reward chemicals.
This can also manifest as poor sleep or anxiety in some people.
Since we need tryptophan from protein-based foods to make sleep hormones. And now we have a simple test: creasing of the skin. If you gently pinch the skin on the back of your hand, and the fold stays creased for more than 2 to 3 seconds, even when you've had enough water. This can mean that the collagen protein fibers in your skin are thinning out.
Skin elasticity naturally decreases with age. When pinched, the skin is slower to snap back, illustrating this loss of elasticity.
The reason that some people's skin is aging faster than others
may simply be how much protein that they're consuming, and more importantly, absorbing.
There's another test you can do for shin pain. Your bones are made up of about 30% protein, which acts like a scaffolding for minerals. If you are low in protein, your bones become thin and fragile. Try pressing your finger into your shin. If you feel a deep bone soreness or a pinpoint-like ache, this could mean that the protein in your bones is a little bit weaker than it should be. And this is often caused by taking too many antacids. Poor protein absorption. Many people find higher doses of vitamin D3 can also help with this situation.
Your white blood cells and your immune system need all sorts of nutrients to work properly.
Such as vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D, etc. However, if you're noticing lots of the signs that we've already talked about today, and you're also getting sick more than 3 times a year, you may be a candidate who will benefit from eating more red meat. which is rich in glutamine, one of the most important protein building blocks needed for bodily repair and protection against illness.
Your grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall muscle and protein status in the human body.
Try gripping something heavy like a full kettle, or opening a tight jar lid. If your grip tires quickly, or you had to use both hands to open it, it could be an early sign that you're losing muscle strength or your own body protein. A few other long-term signs include bone loss in conditions like osteoporosis.
This can be due to low protein, even when you're getting enough calcium.
Constant swollen feet can occur with people who lose protein through kidney damage.
People with blood sugar problem and insulin resistance may also struggle to utilize protein. Some older people shrink and lose height because they aren't absorbing enough protein for strong spinal discs. So now that you've heard all of the different reasons that you might need more protein, let's look at the best ways to increase your protein intake, avoiding things that break it down.
We will begin this process by simply eating more real protein.
Your body needs 9 essential amino acids to build new protein. These are the building blocks that strengthen your muscles. They produce hormones, brain chemicals, collagen, etc.
The best natural sources include red meat, like beef steaks, lamb, venison, and ground beef,
which also contains cofactors like zinc, which is needed to trigger protein synthesis in your body. And then there's eggs, which are the easiest to absorb protein in the world. And they also have cholesterol, which is needed to build growth hormones.
Whey protein is fastest absorbed, used for building or repairing muscle due to its high leucine content.
Fish and seafood have complete protein along with omega-3s, reducing collagen breakdown as you get older. Dairy from cheese, yogurt, or full-fat milk is good for lowering stress hormones and raising protein. Collagen peptides have additional amino acids, good for strengthening joints, skin, and connective tissue. But the question is, how much protein do you need to eat?
For many adults, especially as we get older or live under stress,
We need more protein to switch those repair pathways back on in the body. A good rule of thumb is to eat 2 palm-sized portions of protein per meal. Or, more specifically, at least 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For example, if you weighed 70 kilograms, 154 pounds, you would need at least 85 grams of protein per day. Or closer to 110 to 120 grams if you are stressed, not sleeping well, or have muscle loss.
And the timing does matter as well.
After sleeping all night, your body is in a catabolic, protein breaking down state.
But eating protein for your first meal of the day can switch off muscle breakdown by naturally triggering IGF-1, the hormone that actually builds protein and strengthens the body. This is why many bodybuilders start their days with eggs or omelets, for example. I also like to add collagen peptides to my morning coffee for an extra anti-aging boost.
Pea protein, fermented soy, and sprouted lentils can supply some of the amino acids your body needs.
However, these are not actually complete proteins, and they are not as easily absorbed. Especially for aging adults who have higher protein requirements. In this case, you would require supplements for essential amino acid blends to fill the gaps.
Now, the next step is very important, and it's about improving absorption.
There's no point in eating extra protein if you can't absorb it.
Unfortunately, as people age, they tend to lose the quality of their digestive juices.
So they find heavy proteins like meats hard to digest.
This is where apple cider vinegar can come to the rescue.
Drink 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar in water before each meal.
Stomach acid strengthens stomach acid quality and also triggers the release of digestive enzymes,
which help your body break down and absorb proteins to repair and strengthen the body. You'll soon notice that your energy levels increase after using this for just a few days. Salt provides sodium, needed for transporters in your gut to move amino acids where they need to be.
To produce hormones, brain chemicals, collagen, keratin, and other protein.
So start sprinkling Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan salt on your meals to boost absorption. If you have a fatty liver, are overweight, or often get indigestion after eating saturated fats, salt provides sodium, needed for transporters in your gut to move amino acids where they need to be. Good bitter foods include radishes, artichoke hearts and leaves, arugula, mustard greens, lemon juice. These foods help your liver release bile, liquid that breaks down fat and cholesterol you eat, and helps your body produce protein-building hormones like estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid hormones. And finally, we need to reduce those catabolic hormones. These hormones break protein down in your body, especially in muscle, skin, and joints.
Aim for at least 7 hours of deep, quality sleep per night to naturally lower cortisol.
If you have trouble, consider using a magnesium glycinate supplement before bed to help you relax.
If you're constantly anxious and overthinking, read my 12-step guidebook for stress relief. Link below.
I also suggest that you start to use your muscles more. Practice lifting heavier objects regularly and gently to improve insulin sensitivity. This will help amino acids reach your muscles, joints, and bones to build up the body in vigor and strength. It is absolutely essential for your body to prevent muscle and protein loss with age, as it's used as a raw material to build growth hormones.
So don't be scared to eat fattier cuts of meat.
They do not tend to raise SD-LDL cholesterol when you eat them separately from refined carbs.
There are also some optional supplements that you may find useful.
I've chosen these ones for simplicity, for those of you who want an extra protein boost. You may want to look into collagen peptides, which are very good for your connective tissue.
Can trigger protein synthesis. I always recommend most people over 30 years old
Use vitamin D3 supplements to control inflammation and preserve muscle. NAC is wonderful for liver health, supporting your protein-building hormones and protecting against age-related stress damage throughout the body.
Soon enough, your protein levels will rise and you'll notice your energy levels going up.
And your body will feel younger as it gets all the fuel that it needs. For more information on boosting your collagen proteins as you age, watch my Rebuilding Collagen video
That I've put on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching.
I wish you great health, wealth, and happiness.